Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144, first fruit. And salutations to the sincere Akim out here preaching this word without truth and sincerity, and to the sincere Akwath who subscribe and listen. Shalom. Get a testimony, and I'm kind of aiming this towards brothers who just may have heard about this truth or whatnot, just kind of now getting into it. I'm just gonna give you one of my road speed bumps that I had to go over. So a speed bump is something that hinders you, obstructs, kind of, it's a little bump in the road, making your path a little bumpy, you know what I'm saying? Just a little adversity I went through when I first got inclined to this knowledge, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, for even giving me the chance to know his name, for giving me, any of this, let me be around the brothers, having a brother tell me about the truth. But, I found out about this truth when I was in the military, just to make a long story short, the first things I started doing was growing my beard in the military. The military, that's a no-go in there. So, everybody caught hell when they first got into the truth, either from their woman, their family. Well, everybody got it from their woman and family. But, for me, I caught it with my family, but it was mainly with the military, man. They fired me from my positions, demoted me, kind of cut my pay. They slandered, talked mess behind my back, all reminded me of, I think, Luke, the 6th chapter, the 22nd verse, I was, I found out about this truth and I was, on fire. I was very, very zealous, found out the white man's the damn devil, which I kind of knew already, you know what I'm saying? But I finally, now I get it, you know what I'm saying? But one of the first things I started doing was growing my beard, and that was like the main obstacle that I had to fight, They was like, well, why don't you just cut it down a little bit or da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, nah, I'm not touching it. I'm not telling you. I was like, you're not supposed to touch it. You're not supposed to touch it, no nothing, And that's just one of the scriptures I wanted to get into. Because when I was doing that, I was looking at that scripture a lot, trying to break it down to the max. So if anyone would ever come up to me talking about why you doing this, I can break that scripture to them to the T, or just good enough to where they can't really debate it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like how the the Pharisees and stuff came up to Yahweh Shai, and he would cut them with the word, and then they had nothing to say, and they just scurry on off. You know what I'm saying? It was just me trying to sharpen myself. When you look back at how you used to be, in this truth, you're like, I see why I was doing that, because the Most High reveals things on later on. But I'm just gonna jump into Leviticus 19 and 27. All right. Without further ado, this is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 27, and it reads, "Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard." And like when you first get into this truth, that's like one of the first things you start doing. You grow your beard. You stop eating pork. You stop eating shellfish. Like the simple laws that you keep. Obviously you become more inclined and you know what not to do and what to do, and you start keeping the Sabbath. You start keeping the new moons. You start learning the high holy days, and more and more what to do. But the beard and stop eating pork and shellfish is like the first things you stop doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first things you stop doing. All right. So you get into it. It says Leviticus 19 and 27. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads. All right. So that word round I had looked up, and I think the Hebrew word for it is nakwapa or something like that, and it's round, which means to. And when I look up the word round, it means to strike. All right. So I'm gonna go in the blue letter real quick, just so I can get the full edification. You know what I'm saying? So here's how Esau says it. If it plays, man, that's Satan. So bear with me real quick.
Strong's H 5362. Not calf. Not calf.
That's not how you pronounce it. Because if you, well, it will show backwards on here, but it's na qua pa when you read it in the Assyrian, all right, which means to strike off, to strike off skin, to go around, compass round, to go around, all right. So to strike it off. So it says, ye shall not round the corners of your head. So you should not strike off the corners of your head. So I went into that word because ultimately this is going into like not getting edge ups and stuff, all right. So I went into that word compass, and that means to surround, contain, enclose. The noun compass, space, area, intent, circumference, all right. And like the edge of your hair, that's like, that compasses the bulk of everything, right? It surrounds everything, okay? All right. It encloses all of this, for say. It's like the so-called, like, say this, just for edification purposes, say like the middle of your hair is a kingdom. Your edge, that's the gate, all right? And it says not to strike off that. So what happens if you strike off the gate? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, but you see what I'm saying? All right. Then it says, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. All right. And mar, for the word mar is shakath, which means to destroy, corrupt, anything you could say, make desolate, to ruin, all of that. All right. That's what mar means. Okay. And it says, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beard. And the corners is pa'ah, all right, is meaning corner or edge, side, extremity. Okay, so this is the corners. These are the edges. That's why you call it an edge up. All right, you're not supposed to get no edge ups. Okay, all right, and I'll continue on. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall thou mar the corners of thy beards. So of the beard, same situation as your edge up. All right, you're not supposed to cut off your beard. Simple as that. And they try to bring up to one guy try to bring up in the book of Job, where when he was mourning, he shaved. I'll just get the account real quick. All right, Job 1:20. It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped. First I was like, it said his head, all right? And he's like, well, yeah, so he shaved it, Now listen, he ain't getting no edge up. You know what I'm saying? All right? And you go into the word shave as gazaz, meaning shaved, to shear, to mow, okay? And I went into that word shear. The word shear is the act of clipping, okay? All right? You can cut your hair down, right? That's what he did. He just clipped it down, all right? See, I'm about to clip my hair down. You can do that, all right? And then I just went into a little bit of Esau's language. And the word shave in the Germanic tongue is scabbing. It's scabbing or scabbing. All right, and that comes from the Germanic tongue, meaning to scrape, shave, polish. Okay, that's the verb. Okay, and here's some notes. I said English genealogy from Anglo-Frisian, if I'm pronouncing that right, West Germanic English. Old English originated in the late 15th century. Scaben, German, scratch, shave, scrape, to cut, to scrape, to hack. Okay. But I just wanted to get a little something on Leviticus 19 and 27 because man, that's the first type. That's the first things that growing my beard was a big. I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the military for growing my beard, man. But I was like, man, excuse my French, but I was like, fuck it. I don't need y'all. I don't need this. The Most High got me out the military, man. Because at the end of the day, what's going to happen? They're going to go over there and try to fight the Lamb, like it says in Revelation. And what does it say in Second Ezra? I think the 13th chapter, man. He's gonna ruin them, or he's gonna destroy them without labor. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it. Like with that, he's not even gonna raise a hand on them. It says Second Ezra 13 and 38. Let me read Second Ezra 13. And 9, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. He, Yahushua is just like, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived. All this whole multitude of military members who said, shave your beard, went up against Yahushua and got utterly destroyed to where it was, after the destruction, it was perceived to be nothing there. All right? But only dust and the smell of smoke. If you ever seen that movie War of the Worlds, when the aliens came and that laser beam came and they just poof in the dust, but nothing but their clothes were stayed. Just clothes was just flying away, but it was just dust. When I saw this, I was afraid. That's the fear of the Lord that Ezra's had, man. Proverbs 19 and 20, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Proverbs 19 and 23. The fear of the Lord tendeth to life, man. All right, he had fear, man. That's why Uriel, the Most High sent Uriel down to, give him some insight, or pretty much some visions, some revelations, or whatnot. Because he had the fear. What else does the book of Proverbs say? Proverbs 1 and 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. He had the fear, so he got the knowledge. He had the fear, so he had life. You know what I'm saying? All right. Going on, I'm going to go to 2 Ezra 13 and 38. And shall lay before them their evil thoughts and torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. All right. Which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. He's going to destroy them without labor. That's the point I wanted to get, man. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for letting Esau kick me out. Because at the end of the day, it was Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's will that I get kicked out and removed from Esau's military, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, that's a little, a little bit of my testimony and what the first things I started doing when I came into the truth, man. This is, kind of, I hope it's edifying for anybody, but, particularly for, men, brothers who are first coming into this or, teetering, and trying to push them the right direction, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that I went through, man. And, so a few laws that to keep that are, simple to keep that you have, power over. You have power to grow your beard. You have to not eat certain things, man. These are like the first steps of coming into this truth, So yeah, this video is kind of directed toward the younger brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because this is, like I say again, I know I'm repetitive. It's just something I went through, a little testimony. First thing I did was growing out my beard, man. Caught a lot of hell, a lot of backlash. Matter of fact, I'll just read Luke 6 and 22. Luke 6 and 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, man. They hated me. Literally hated me because I was growing whatever I could grow. I can't grow that much, but hey, whatever. The scriptures say, or Yahweh said, don't mar your beard, don't get no edge ups, no nothing. He said that. All right. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. Man, they fired me from my position. They demoted me, and they put me in like this other section all the way clean across base, and it was like, don't want you near nobody, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake, man. Because what did Yahweh Shai say? He didn't come to destroy the law but to fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh Shai is the law. At the end of the day, I was trying to keep the law. So yes, they're doing all these things because I was doing it for the Son of Man's sake. For the Son of Man's sake. You know what I'm saying? I was doing it for Yahweh Shai at the end of the day, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers have testimonies to when they first came into the truth and the hell they caught. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give a little something, So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to elect 144. And like always, man, all hell's about to break loose. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Not the time to fall out, man. Keep pushing and keep praying that he keeps his spirit on you to keep pushing and keep fighting. All right? Shalom.